Good morning. Welcome to All Signs Tarot. I hope you guys are doing well. What's up, Complexity? Your comment last night cracked me up so bad. So funny. All right. What's up, Shannon? Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. I hope you have your coffee and your tea. Complexity, I swear, like, I share your comments with people I talk to every day because you are so fucking funny. You are so funny. Oh my God. Hi, Faye. I feel like I haven't seen you forever. Good morning. Look at these beautiful ladies in here. You look great. Thank you. Yeah, I got my hair done. Thank God. While I love my natural color, nothing quite hits like the blonde highlights. You know what I mean? It just makes me feel so much better. I'm driving right now. Okay, please be careful. Thank you. What's up, Kesey? Queen Aries. Thank you guys so much, Queen Aries and Kesey, for the comments that you left on my individual readings. What's up, Sonia? You're too quick on the draw. You gotta wait till I ask. Hold on. 7-2. Hold on, you guys. 1 second, please. 1 second, please. Where are we? Output. There we go. What is it? Okay. All right. All right. Hopefully my connection is okay. Look at you guys competing in the chat like a bunch of dudes. What's up, JT? All right, you guys. So, oh, thank you so much, Complexity. I love you. Thank you so much. All right, you guys. So welcome to All Signs Tarot. Today we're going to be taking a look at whatever person you have on your mind. We're going to be taking a look at their energy towards you. We're also going to be taking a look at what they would tell you if they dropped the ego, but more so about themselves. And then we're going to see what they would tell you about you. Okay, so then we're going to pull advice as per usual. If you guys want to book a super chat question on Hipsy, you can do so right now by clicking the link. It's the pinned comment in the chat box right over there, or you can click the link in the description box below. If you do book within the next 10 minutes, then you will be able to get 20% off your question. If you are not able to sit around in time to make it for your question to be read, then you can just check the timestamps at the end of the live, which will be posted in the comments section. Okay, and it'll be pinned. So something to think about. So without further ado, why don't you guys tell me what sign you want to do first? Oh, 23,500. That's why it's not working. Okay, let's try that again. Goodness gracious. Damn, Queen Aries won. Damn. Okay, well, I guess Shannon and Kesey are on the same page. What's up, Adria? Damn, Kesey, usually I feel like you win. What's up, Dawn? What's up, Robin? I take away mine. I'm so dead. What's up, Princess? All right. All right. So, Aries it is. All right. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look. Turn phone on Do Not Disturb. All righty. Okay, cool. All All right, there we go. Okay. And something else to keep in mind, you guys, if you don't ever want to book a personal reading or you just can't do it like that, I am going to be available on Hipsy this evening for one-on-one sessions. I take voice calls and text messages. So if you want to book or you just want to spontaneously call, once again, you can find me on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Okay. So something to think about. All right. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's do this. God, I love this time of the year. It's like the perfect weather. It's the perfect weather during this time of the year. I absolutely love it so much. Okay, cool. All right. It's our B-Day season. Can you do Virgo next? I'll start with Virgo. I'll start with Virgo sometime this week. Okay. I think I'm doing a stream on Saturday. I'll start with Virgo on Saturday. Okay. That'll be my little special gift to the Virgos. And I'm a Virgo, so guess you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, Adria. Oh, I hope it was a good one. I don't know what my birthday is September 21st. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, honestly. What's up, Mojo? Nice to see you. Make them wait. All right. What's up, Dawn? Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Aries, Aries, Aries. All right, Aries. Show me the person that is on Aries' mind and their energy that they have for Aries. The Knight of Swords. Ooh, coming in quick. This coming week, you'll likely hear from this person, especially if you've been in some kind of no contact, but it feels pretty impulsive. Six of Pentacles reversed. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. I mean, it's not my favorite because it feels more like they're taking something than they're actually giving something. I think with the Knight of Swords usually has a lot more questions than answers for the most part. And so with that Six of Pentacles reverse, it can be that this person is trying to take something from you or that they want something from you. But this is a repetitive cycle. This is not something that you haven't seen before. This is kind of like same, different day. There could be questions about a financial situation, especially from the past, if you're financially involved with this individual for whatever reason. I'm going to pull some clarifiers. Tell me about that Six of Pentacles reverse. The Chariot, Jesus. There could be some questions about finances around a car, okay? So something about a vehicle maybe, and it could be in question. For others of you that are not financially involved with them, I do think that they're trying to take advantage of a situation, and they seem pretty determined to do so. Like I said, I don't think this is anything new. I know that you've seen this before with this particular person. They seem to be very determined to get their way, but it's just a repetitive cycle. This person isn't really willing to, I don't really see them changing, like changing their tune, changing their tone. It's a very impulsive, quick communication that is kind of wrapped in these repetitive cycles that they just keep wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat. I feel like this is probably going to be annoying because I don't think that they're giving you much to work with. They're just determined to have their way and to get some level of validation or to get something from you without, I don't know, showing up higher vibrational, I guess you could say. It seems a little entitled. Because they seem to be trying to take advantage of you in some kind of past pattern that you guys have been involved with before. So what I mean by this, if this is somebody who maybe they say something to hurt your feelings and then you know, you always kind of let them back in and you forgive them. And so they're seeing that pattern and they're trying to take advantage of it. And they seem to be very determined with winning. If this person's ego dropped, what would they say to Aries about themselves? That they know that they are not mature, that there's unfinished business, and I don't think it's just unfinished business between the two of you. I think it's unfinished business within them. This person can feel like they never quite achieved something that they wanted to, or they never quite hit the mark that they wanted to in life. So this person could like project things onto you or kind of like make you pay for it in some way. I think, yeah, see, we got the Page of Swords. There's an immaturity here, and it doesn't mean that. It looks like to me this person is open to um conversation or open to new ideas or what it is that you have to say. Truly, like if their ego were to dissolve, this person would say, I'm interested in you and what you like and what you want, even if you've been married to this person for 20 years. They would say, I'm selfish. Nine of Cups reversed. That I'm selfish, and sometimes I try to find loopholes or I try to find ways to be able to get my way. Because what's interesting is it feels like there is a genuine curiosity that this person has or a genuine openness to you, but there's something about the way that they move. There's something about the way that they go about attempting to get what it is that they want. Like it, because it doesn't feel like it's their initial intent to manipulate or their initial intent to take advantage. It feels like this is kind of ingrained into their subconscious in some way. And sometimes that can show up when, you know, maybe we had to do that with a narcissistic parent, you know, or so as children, we try to look for loopholes to be able to get emotional needs met, mental needs met, you know, simple things like food or snacks or whatever. Now, I'm not saying that this makes it okay, but it just feels like it's not necessarily intentional. What's that world reverse? The 10 of Pentacles reverse. There's something that failed, and I think that they take it out on you sometimes. And if they were to dissolve their ego, that's what they would likely tell you. Look, the world reversed again. Look, look, look. The world reversed again on that 9 of Cups reversed. Once again, there's something that has been unfinished in their life that they project onto you in some way, shape, or form. It's like the weirdest thing. Like, I don't know if they take it out on you or what. Sorry, hold on. There we go. Okay. So let's see what they would tell you about you if they were to dissolve their ego. The moon. Ooh. They would likely tell you that they know that they can't hide shit from you because you see right through it. That you made them come out of their comfort zone in ways that maybe they haven't with other people. You're somebody who brought out some level of emotion or vulnerability that I think that they cherish, but I think that they hide it at the same time. I just heard don't mommy this person or daddy this person. I don't know why I heard that. The 7 of Pentacles. I'm getting that scene in Jerry Maguire. Don't laugh. I'm getting that scene in Jerry Maguire when she's Rachel Zellweger or whatever her name is. She's getting ready to like move or leave, and he comes out of the house and he's like, "Don't leave." Da da da. There's something about that, like that moment of coming out of the house and being vulnerable in this way that gets you to say something you normally wouldn't, you know. And I think that scares them a little bit that you have the ability to do that. Regardless of what they do, they know that you're worth investing in, but I don't think it's about your worth. I think it's about them feeling like they're not worth something. And so instead of showing up as genuine or trying to do the work, they may feel like they have to manipulate in order to get their way, or they have to push boundaries in order to get some kind of need met. But they do feel like you're worth investing in. And they understand why you get impatient with them. Tell me about that moon. This is going to sound corny, but I really believe because, yeah, see, I told you the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. It's not about your worth, it's about theirs. You bring up something deep in them that they felt like they lost. Oh my God, step out of your comfort zone. And Mercury. I told you this person, like, you make them come out of their comfort zone a little bit. I'm getting that scene from Jerry Maguire a bit. I think that when it comes to communication and the way that you think about maybe just relationships in general, or specifically this person, I feel like it's asking you to take a different approach. Now, I don't know what that looks like for you, and I don't know why it's saying that, but it may be asking you to take a different approach to the way that you communicate or the way that you think about yourself, about this person. Step out of the comfort zone. How? The Four of Wands, when it comes to relationships. For some of you, this is aside from this relationship, and this is telling you to get outside and like touch grass, or like get outside and network, go have fun, go out, have a blast. Maybe some of you have been focused too much on this connection or focused too much on relationships as a whole or work or something. But the Four of Wands can be like, go out, celebrate, have a good time. I feel like you guys have reasons to do that. So, Aries, that is what I have for you. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can head on over to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Why? Why? Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Thank you, Aries. Let's go ahead and move on to my Tauruses. What's up, Divine? Hey, Michael. Aw, you're so welcome. What's up, Brown? What's up, Enigma? Okay, Taurus. Taurus, what's going on? I hope that you are doing well. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the person that is on your mind. We're going to see their energy towards you. And if they were to dissolve their ego, what they would say to you about themselves, what they would say to you about you. Okay, so let's see. Show me Taurus's person and the energy that they hold for Taurus. Ooh, this looks like a feminine, maybe. Queen of Cups reversed. Page of Cups reversed. The Two of Pentacles reversed. This looks like a woman. Okay, so ladies, you may need to reverse it a little bit. This person doesn't really know what to do. You know, they definitely don't trust you. I'm not gonna lie. They don't trust you as far as they could throw you. They may feel victimized in a situation, and or it may be that they're just not really feeling vulnerable enough to make an emotionally intelligent decision. And I think that that comes from maybe a lack of information and simply a lack of trust. So when we don't have trust with a person, it's either because they broke it, or maybe we come with our own set of baggage when it comes to trust issues, or we just simply don't have enough information about the person or said situation. So I think this person is feeling a little emotional, a little emotionally stunted, a little uncertain on how to navigate their emotions, unsure on how to really show up. I do want to clarify that Queen of Cups reverse and just see why that's kind of happening here. I think this the person's inner child is a little bit hurt. Tell me about that Queen of Cups reversed, the Five of Swords reversed. I need one more for that. The Nine of Pentacles. Ooh. Um, all right, this is going to be a tough one to say. With that Five of Swords reverse and that Nine of Pentacles, I think that this person feels like they do better when they're alone. They do better when they're single. They feel like they just can't win when it comes to this connection, this dynamic, this relationship. This person may also feel like you're somebody who tends to just think about yourself, or you just want to be more self-focused, or you just kind of want to enjoy the single life or act single while you're in a relationship. That could be it as well. I do want to get one more on that Page of Cups reversed. The Knight of Cups. Aw. Like it's interesting because that Knight of Cups, it shows me that there's a lot of cup energy here. So there's a lot of emotion, and I think that there's good emotion too, but they're a little apprehensive on taking action or showing up in a very vulnerable romantic way because of the lack of trust, because of that inner emotional turmoil that they have. So they're like, oh well, what do I do? And it feels like something that is, because the Two of Pentacles reverse can be where something is overbearing. Oh God, this is too much. I can't do this, you know. What would this person say if their ego was dissolved? What would they say about themselves to Taurus? The Six of Wands reverse. I don't feel like you see me. I have trouble with validation. Like maybe this person hasn't been appreciated in their life, or you know, maybe they looked for external validation in certain ways. Like maybe they didn't get it from their parents in the way that they wanted, or something like that. But that Six of Wands reverse, if this is their ego being dissolved, it can be that, and what they would say about themselves to you is that there is some kind of attachment to their ego around some level of validation that they feel like they need. And I feel like this is something that they've had for a long time. I think this person has had a lot of stuff happen to them, stuff that's been very hard to overcome with that Ten of Swords. And they would likely say something like, you know, I feel like I need external validation because life has made it harder for me to validate myself. Or, you know, I had parents that treated me very poorly, and so now I plant a parent in other people and look for that. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, where you try to build a home in a person, and you know, you can't. Ten of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this person's been through the ringer. I feel like they would tell you that they do take responsibility for their own issues, but they may have a lot of baggage that still affects this relationship, or that affects them, and affect in turn trickles down into the connection. Can you tell me a little bit about that Ten of Swords reverse? Because the Ten of Swords reverse can be sometimes where we are not able to really make amends with the past, or we're not really able to let go of it. It's like we still have those swords in our back and we're just kind of walking around with them. Tell me about that Ten of Swords reversed. The Two of Pentacles. Now we have the Two of Pentacles again, but in the upright. The Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's weird because this is somebody who How do I explain this? This is somebody who carries a lot of weight, but it's almost like it's something that they're used to. Like this is the norm. It's normal for me to feel this way. It's normal for me to, walk around with these swords in my back. Tell me about that 10 of Wands. The High Priestess reversed. You know what? This person would likely tell you that a lot of their baggage comes from their own self-sabotage, or a lot of their baggage has come from ignoring their own intuition, listening to other people. This may also, for some of you, this may be somebody who has a secret that they feel like they can't tell, that is like a big responsibility to them as well. What would this person tell Taurus about Taurus? The Lovers. We have Gemini and Cancer here and Pisces. Okay. The Ace of Wands reversed. The Three of Cups. What's that Ace of Wands reversed? Why is it there? See, there's the Queen of Cups again. So they are in love with you. I mean, I think that they would likely tell you this is not like a connection that they've ever experienced before, but they feel like they either sometimes get the ick, or sometimes they have a hard time being maybe sexually interested or motivated to keep going or to reconcile because of something that happened between the two of you in the past. Maybe something that they feel like you didn't take full accountability for, or some kind of maybe stupid decision that they feel like you made, or something like that. But they love you, or they care about you deeply. And I don't think it's just about intimacy. I don't think it's just about romantic love. I also feel like there's a friendship here with that Three of Cups. Like this is somebody that would tell you they could talk to you for hours or forever, or somebody that deeply understands them, not just on a romantic level, but also on a friendship level. So, I mean, this is a pretty heavy. The answers you need are coming and trine. I feel like this is more because this is a full moon in Gemini card. And so Gemini is a mutable sign. So I feel like you don't really have to push for anything too much when it comes to this person. I feel like eventually everything will be said that needs to be said. Maybe some kind of answer that you're looking for is going to kind of fall in your lap. That's kind of what a trine is. It's like you don't have a choice, it's just going to happen. So if you're looking for answers or more conversation with this person, I think that you will get it, but it's asking you to just allow yourself to welcome it in and keep an open mind, whatever that means for you. And I think if you do that, things can go really well. So Taurus, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, you can head on over to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot, Taurus. For some of you, that was reversed. I'm sorry. I can't help how the cards come out. Okay. Not for all of you, though. All right. What's up, Kennez? Hello, Jamie. What's up, Rachel? Just tuning in before work. All right. Yeah, you guys, all timestamps will be down there in the comment section below. That includes all the signs and your super chat questions, okay? So keep that in mind. All right, Gemini. What's up, Mountain Girl? Hi. I was with someone who had a Taurus moon and a lot of friends, but I would never reach out offering information the way I was treated. Well, then you definitely should not. You definitely should not. Hi, Leanne. How are you? All right, Gemini. Hey, Gemini, how you doing? Let's go ahead and take a look at your person and what they would tell you. First, let's take a look at their energy. The Page of Pentacles. Okay. They're trying to offer you something. It's something tangible. Interesting. I'm getting like apprehension. The Page of Pentacles, the Temperance reversed, and the Five of Swords reversed. It's a little bit of a kind of a defeatist attitude, or like, no matter how much I try or no matter how much I put in, like, just can't win, you know, I just can't win. You know what I mean? So it almost feels like there's this giving, there's this offering or wanting to offer, wanting to give you something tangible, to be able to produce tangible results within the connection. The Page of Pentacles is no slouch, you know. People may call him or her a little boring, but the Page of Pentacles puts in a genuine effort. This is not like, oh my God, we're gonna be intimate and then it's gonna be hot and everything. No, this is like the Page of Pentacles builds the foundation for all of the things you do on top of that, right? And so there is that there is that desire to do that, but the Temperance reversed is not really being at peace with how things are or the way that things are going, and feeling like no matter how much of an effort I put in, I'm just not really gonna be what you want, or I'm not really, you know. So I do want to clarify that Temperance reversed, because they feel like the connection is not grounded, I think is what it really comes down to. Because the thing about the Temperance, what I really like about the Temperance is that it's water and it's fire. Okay. So it doesn't like really make sense to go together, but if you can make it work, it fucking works, right? But if you also look at traditional Rider-Waite tarot, when you take a look at the Temperance, you'll notice that the angel on there, he or she has one foot in the water and the other foot is on the ground, which means I'm still grounded. I'm still grounded in what I'm doing. And I feel like there's something that is not grounded about this connection, or that they feel is not grounded about this connection. And that's why the Page of Pentacles comes in, or that's why the Page of Pentacles is there. Because it feels like they're trying to ground something because they feel like it's up in the air. They can't catch it. Or now I'm getting a vision of like a cat swatting at a fly, or there's something about that. Tell me about that Temperance reversed. The Ace of Cups reversed and the Four of Cups reversed. They just seem disappointed. It's a little bit of a woe is me. I'm feeling kind of drained. Okay. I do think that this is what they want with that Nine of Cups, but they feel like with that Three of Pentacles reversed, you guys just can't get on the same page to save your fucking lives, you know, or you guys cannot work towards a common goal in order to get the desired outcome. Three of Cups clarifying that Page of Pentacles. So, you know, if this has been a breakup, maybe they're trying to just start out as friends and build that baseline. Maybe this is something new and they're trying to build that baseline. But they may be growing a little bit impatient. If this is something that's been developed already, then they may be trying to, like, I really think it's important that people build their romantic relationships from a friendship, because a lot of the times we jump into romantic relationships and there's no real respect there. I think that there's more respect when you build a friendship and then you build the romantic relationship on top of it. So it almost feels like something like that. What this person would tell you about themselves. Hmm. Yeah, it's like they feel like they can't get something off of the ground with you, really. They have the confidence that they can. They feel like I could make this happen, but I'm uncertain, or I don't like really what I'm seeing. I'm kind of like, something's weird about this. The Five of Cups reversed. This person either forgives you or hopes that you forgive them about something. But it almost feels like there was something that they saw that they didn't like, that they're like, okay, well, I'm just gonna, like, you know, see what else I have to work with here. You know, how can we move this forward? Because they have the full confidence that they can make something happen, but it almost feels like they don't really think you're on board. What's that Page of Wands? The Fool. Yeah, they're apprehensive. They're apprehensive to totally like fall all in and trust this. They're like, well, I know I can make this happen, but I don't know if I can really trust this. Why is that? Okay, I don't need all those cards. Just one, please, is good. Thanks. Why are they apprehensive, or why are they a little? The Magician reversed. I feel like that's interesting. So we have the Magician in the upright, but then we have the Magician in reverse as to why they're apprehensive about you. So it feels like I really think that this is somebody who has taken their circumstances in life, like really crappy circumstances, and they've been able to make something out of them. Okay. And I think that that's a lot of where their confidence comes from. But when it comes to you, not so confident. They don't get you, or they don't get it. You know, they kind of lose their patience a little bit. I'm getting the image of Tarzan just kind of like you can't catch him. Somebody I dated called me not Tarzan. Oh my God, Tasmanian devil. Sorry, not Tarzan. Tasmanian devil. He used to call me the Tasmanian devil because the second that that person got too close, I would just like spin out of control and no, you know, I'm working on it. And it feels like something like that. And so they have a lot of confidence within themselves. So when it comes to you specifically, like they're like, oh, I don't fucking know, man. You know, I can only do so much. That's kind of what I got here, to be honest. Because they feel like it's imbalanced. It's and I think that they're trying to ground it in the best way they know how, but they almost feel like it's impossible. Let's see what they would say about you to you. The Queen of Swords reverse. Ace of Swords reverse. Nine of Swords. Okay. Well, listen, doesn't have to be your truth, but it's this person's truth, okay? They would tell you that you're crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. They feel like you assume things on a whim, or you get overly emotional about the things that you don't know, that you think that you know. And you stress about things that haven't even happened, or you stress about them, or you have anxiety over things. I'm like, I get it. I totally get it. Right. Or tell me what the Ace of Swords reversed is. Okay. One card at a time, please. Tell me what that Ace of Swords reversed is. Also, if you guys do this thing where you get really pissed off, they don't like it when you ghost them, or they don't like it when you get quiet. They feel like you question your own sense of leadership, or how you look, your appearance. You question your own sense of confidence. They feel like you lack in your confidence. And they feel like because of that, it creates some kind of mental instability. For some of you, they feel like you listen to a friend who spouts out a bunch of lies. Okay. For some of you. What's that Nine of Swords? Nine of Swords reversed. They feel like it all comes from you. Like this worry, this anxiety, they feel like it comes from you. Now, I know some of you are yelling at the screen. I get it. I'm just telling you what they would say to you. So basically, they would say, I feel like you do this to yourself. I feel like you get in these modes where you assume something, and maybe you do have a fact, right? Maybe you have a fact, but then you build another story onto it. But whatever it is, most of it is coming from you, is what they would tell you. Your commitment is being tested. And then we have house 2. Well, this can't just be about simple finances. Okay. So maybe needing to budget, things like that, needing to stay more dedicated to your money and your budget. For others of you, it can be that your commitment is being tested to your own sense of self worth and how much you value yourself and what your values are, and whether or not you're acting against those or you're acting in accordance with those. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. That was a little heavy. Thank you so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can head on over to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis and you can book with me there. All timestamps will be available after the stream is over. What's up, B? What's up, Love Apples? All right. Oh my God. What, how crazy am I? I'm like, what sign comes after Gemini? Hello? My favorite, Cancer. What is going on? I hope that you guys are doing well. Today, we're going to be taking a look at what your person wants to say to you. So, first, let's take a look at their energy. Ten of Cups reversed. Some of you guys can be in a relationship or going through a breakup with this person. The Five of Wands. Damn, what's going on with these reads tonight or today? The Three of Wands. They're waiting for something better, not like something better external from you, but they're waiting for things to get better. And I say that because that Ten of Cups reversed, Five of Wands, Three of Wands, it's like this person, they may be in their ego, okay, or they may be very conflicted about what to do about the connection. And it really can be because they feel that no matter how much they put into it, nothing ever comes of it, or it never really gets to where they want it to be. And it may be that they're not really showing up as emotionally supportive, and it can be due to some kind of drama or inconsistencies, or maybe other people are involved or putting their 2 cents into the connection. But it does feel like there's some kind of external energy that's affecting the connection. But like they're looking for a reason to be happy. Like I don't think that they're looking for reasons to be upset, because the Three of Wands is looking for their ships to come in. They're looking to see what they put out there, if it's going to have a return. They're looking to elevate to the Four of Wands, because that's what comes after the Three of Wands, is the Four of Wands, which is, maybe an engagement, or maybe moving in together, or maybe just like having fun and being able to enjoy the relationship. But they feel like they can't. Tell me about that Five of Wands. Why is that there? The Eight of Wands reverse. So there could be issues around distance, or there can be some argument that the two of you had that ended up getting very frustrating for them. They may feel like they're forcing something. The Nine of Swords. There's a lot of stress around this connection and the way that they feel about it. Because they feel like it's not progressing. They don't feel like it's progressing in the way that they want it to. And they're like, oh God, am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my life? What's that Ten of Cups reversed? Oh shit. Did I just drop all those freaking cards? Okay, we're good. Tell me about that Ten of Cups reversed. Mm. Yeah, it's like there's some kind of delay in the progress of the connection. Temperance and the Page of Wands reversed. Because they feel like something is not progressing. They just feel like it's not progressing in the way that they want it to. Because they're trying to figure out how to make it work with you. Like they're trying to find this balance. And like I was saying, I think it was in Taurus's read, but the temperance is water and fire, right? And so that's a weird combo, right? But the temperance makes it work. And so they're like, how do I make what feels like this impossible fucking thing? How do I make it work? But the Page of Wands reverse is like, I don't really know if I'm motivated, or I feel like there's a lot of things that are delaying this connection, whether it's like, immaturity, or other people putting their nose in your guys' business, or whatever it may be. What they would say to you about themselves, the Justice. Now, this is if their ego's dissolved. Oh, okay. Well, see, I told you. There's the Four of Wands. I told you. I don't feel like this person has bad intentions. I really don't. Justice, Ace of Cups, Four of Wands. This is gorgeous energy. They care about you, they love you, they have plenty of love to give is what they're saying. They're willing to even go out of their way to an extent, but they want to do the right thing. They want to be honorable. They want to do the noble thing. They want to do the right thing when it comes to the connection. But I think that they also want it to progress. The Justice and the Four of Wands can be like a higher level of commitment or more dedication to a connection, not just like, oh, we're dating and we're talking on Tinder, or like we're sleeping together, or whatever it is. I think that they want more, and I think that they're a more minded kind of person. I feel like they would do just about, I don't want to say anything, but I feel like they would really go out of their way to make it work. I really do. Tell me about that Four of Wands. Told you. They're willing to weed out the distractions. They're willing to put in the work. They're willing to reach the standard, whatever that means. Their own standard, your standard, like they're willing to do that. Tell me about that Justice. The Eight of Cups. But if they feel like it's not equal, they're gonna walk away. Or if they feel like their efforts or them doing the right thing or whatever isn't appreciated, they're kind of like, well, maybe this is not where my happiness is gonna be. And they would tell you that. Because they rather walk away than do the wrong thing, is really what it comes down to. I don't hate this reading. Let's see what they would say to you about you. The Death, the Nine of Pentacles reverse, and the Seven of Swords reverse. Woo, okay. They would probably say this will end because of truths that maybe you're hiding, or because you don't act authentically or with integrity. This may end because of that, is what they may tell you. What's that Seven of Swords reversed? The High Priestess. They think you're hiding something. And they feel like you need to make changes, either when it comes to um how relationship minded you are or are not, or like there's something about them feeling like you need to stop doing this thing where they believe that you're acting inauthentically to who you are, like acting like you're somebody you're not, or lying about money, or something like that. Because it's almost like they feel like you're skipping a step in some aspect, and you're like not who you think you are, something like that. And intuitively, they would tell you, like, I this is just what they would say. It doesn't mean it's true, but they would say, I know that you're hiding something. I know that you feel guilty about something. And they may say that they believe you're overcompensating because of that in some way. Tell me about that Death card. The King of Swords reverse. They would tell you that your mentality needs to evolve, especially if they feel like you've been gaslighting them or lying about things. Okay. Doesn't mean it's true. All right. For some of you, maybe this is reversed. A new start is coming. Okay. And then we have yin. Well, yin is more of the feminine. And so this is about trusting. This is about patience, spirituality, receptivity. What is the new start? The Queen of Swords reversed. Give me one more. The Ace of Swords reversed. It's interesting that this is showing up. Queen of Swords reverse, Ace of Swords reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles for the new start with the yin there. Because you have the Nine of Pentacles reverse for what this person would tell you about you. And then the new start is the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like there's a new start that's going to happen for you to actually prove to be who you say you are, maybe. Or there can be some kind of new focus on yourself and becoming more independent, or being able to work smarter, not harder, enjoying the fruits of your labor kind of thing, relaxing a little bit more with that yin energy. But I feel like a conversation may need to happen first, or something's going to happen around a conversation with a feminine, maybe. Interesting. So that is what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a super chat question and get your cards read during the live, then you can head on over to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All timestamps will be available in the comment section after the stream is posted. Okay. All righty. These reads are stressing me out, girl. Stressing me out. What's up, Codis? Nice to see you. All right. Leo. What's going on, Leo? I hope that you guys are doing well. Today, we're going to take a look at your person and we're going to see what they would say to you. So without further ado, King of Wands reversed for their energy towards you. You could be dealing with another Leo. We have the Empress reversed. Whoa. The Eight of Pentacles reversed. Let me see something. Is this person, whoever this energy is this person the Empress? Reverse is no, upright is yes. Yes. Okay. I feel like this person is not just picking themselves apart, but I feel like they are picking you apart as well. I think that there is I'm being very generous when I say a hint of self-criticism. And I think it's because of this. Like, I don't just like to look at the cards' meanings. I like to see where they're facing, how they're facing. And you notice that the Empress is facing the King of Wands, but the King of Wands is not facing the Empress. And there's almost this energy of feeling like they have to overcompensate or overgive because they feel like you are petulant, or you're being immature, or you're being stubborn, or you're in your ego, or it's almost like like this person feels like a servant to you. Like they feel like they have to serve some level of ego, or they have to like tiptoe around, so something like that. Can you tell me about why the Eight of Pentacles reversed is here, or why it's in reversed rather? The Four of Cups reversed. The Knight of Cups reversed. Because they feel like they're really not getting true vulnerability from you. It's kind of this like woe is me energy. No matter how much I do, no matter how much I slave away, I'm not really getting my needs met from you. And this person could have, or maybe is projecting some kind of ideal onto you that really isn't being fulfilled. And so what they're doing is they're internalizing that and they're taking it out on themselves. Honestly, it's like they're taking it out on themselves by doing more, and sometimes it's not about doing more. It's quite frankly about doing less and being like, yeah, fuck that, I'm not doing that, right? And so I'm not saying that this is your truth. Tell me about that King of Wands reversed. The Five of Wands. Yeah, they feel like you're in your ego and you're always fighting, or you always have something to say, or there's always some grievance, or something like that. Like it's always something. And so they feel like they can never quite measure up to some kind of standard that they feel like you have for them. Honestly, I feel like it's pretty simple. Really, let's just clarify the Empress reverse. Let's see, why is the Empress reverse? What's going on here? Okay. The Seven of Swords with the Moon reversed. Woo! Oh man, oh man. It's almost like they're protecting themselves from their own fears of not being desirable or not being beautiful enough or something like that. So there's this, I know the crosswatcher wants to kick my ass, I'm sorry. But there's this energy of like, oh, well, if I can just do this for Leo, if I can just show them that I'm this person, or that I look like this, or that I can do this or whatever, then it'll protect me from my own fears. If I get that validation, it'll protect me from my own fears that I'm not enough or something like that. I can't with these readings with you guys. Like, what is going on? They're also like, I don't know, like little violin kind of vibes, like sad. What they would tell you about themselves. The Five of Pentacles, they feel like they're not enough. Like what they do is never enough. Every time they take a chance or an opportunity, they're not enough. See? Four Cups. Nothing's ever good enough. I'm not good enough. And I don't know if that's just like something that they feel with you, or if this is something that they've carried on from other relationships or childhood or whatever. But it's almost like they're always looking to be better and better, but they're never, the crosswatcher is really going to hate me, but sometimes they get wrapped up in this mentality that that better will never be best. That best will never be best enough, like the Hierophant. I do think that they're a very committed person. I think they're committed to you as well. But they're kind of at this point of like, something's got to give. Tell me more about that Four Cups. The Chariot reverse. They feel like they always fail, or they miss the boat, or that they're trying to force something that they're not, or be something that they're not in order to appease. Tell me about that Five of Pentacles. The King of Swords. There may have been something that you said that made them feel some kind of way. The Eight of Pentacles reverse again. Give me one more. That doesn't feel like you, though. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles reverse. That doesn't feel like you. It might be. Somebody told them that they were not enough. or somebody's level of detachment, which may be yours, makes them feel like they have to overcompensate. So if I was this person and I were to say that these cards to you, right? If I were to say this in words, I would say I feel like I'm not enough, because maybe you um uh, act very detached, and that makes me feel some kind of way, like I have to overcompensate, and so I feel like I'm putting myself in a box or forcing myself to be this person, even though I'm very dedicated and committed to you, and I'm trying to not go against my values. It's very difficult because I'm still trying to fill a void that feels like a bottomless pit. What they would tell you about you. Four of Pentacles reverse, Six of Cups reverse, Eight of Wands reverse. Yeah, there's like a detachment. They feel like you're detached. Or like you get spiteful and then you don't want to talk to them, or you act immature and then you just become avoidant. That's what they feel like. Can you explain that Six of Cups reverse to me? Sorry, I'll show you the cards here. Yeah, like you're when you don't get what you want, you just kind of go ghost. Or when you're spiteful or being immature, they feel like you go ghost. Doesn't mean it's your truth. It just may be theirs. Tell me about that Five of Pentacles. Or, I mean, not the Five of Pentacles, damn it. Tell me about that Eight of Wands reversed. The Hierophant reverse. They feel like you're forcing a connection. Because the Eight of Wands reverse can be like where we're pressuring someone else into something. Well, what is I asked what the Eight of Wands reversed was, and we got the Hierophant reversed. And the Hierophant reverse is also trying to push somebody into something that you don't really want to do, or you're trying to force them into believing something, or trying to indoctrinate them, right, in some kind of like dramatic way. And they feel like you say a whole lot without saying anything sometimes. And they just feel like you have a very immature perspective. So if I was this person, I would, and I was saying this to you, okay, don't take offense, but they would say, I wish you would let go of your level of immaturity and the sense of a detachment that you get when you don't want to deal with emotions, or you don't want to deal with some level of depth, and it's your way or the highway, and then it goes nowhere. So, Leo, we have work through your fears and then air. What is the fear? The Ace of Swords reverse. Ace of Swords reverse with the air. There may be a truth that you're not telling, or there may be a fear of being honest. Ten of Swords reversed around a betrayal or something that maybe you've dealt with in the past that you don't really talk about, that you haven't really overcome. So it's telling you to keep an open mind with these things and work through that, because I feel like you're needing to communicate the way that you're thinking about something specifically around the past, but it's asking you to be more objective and understand that there's something more to learn here, which means that there's something more to gain than there is to lose. Okay. So, Leo, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, you can head on over to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of the timestamps will be available for the signs and for the super chat questions after the stream is posted. Thanks a lot, Leo. Enjoy your week or weekend almost. Alrighty. What in the damn hell? Okay, there we go. Okay, you guys, I will be right back. I'm just gonna make myself a quick smoothie. What's up, Lisa? What's up, Underdog? I'm just gonna make myself a quick smoothie, so I'll be right back. All right. Thank you guys so much for waiting on me. Oh, thank you, Greg. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to What the hell? Okay, there it is. I'm freaking tripping for a second. Oh, thanks a lot, Greg. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And tell Lena, tell her I said thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at Virgo. What's going on, Virgo? Let's go ahead and take a look at your person and what they would say to you. Oh, damn. Could be dealing with a Scorpio with that judgment there in their energy. King of, ooh, this is very, okay. Excuse the fuck out of me, right? Aquarius is here as well. Strength and Leo. Damn, we got almost all the fixed energy. We're just missing Taurus. This person is a kind of hot. This person's pretty hot, honestly. In my opinion, at least their energy towards you, okay? This is somebody who is wanting to be accountable or is attempting to be accountable. When it comes to the past, when it comes to maybe things that they've done, when it comes to reconciliation. And so there's this very logical kind of head over heart energy that's happening here, but the strength is Leo. Leo rules the heart, okay? And so I feel like it's more than that. It's not just like I'm detached. I'm trying to do the right thing. Da, 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 da. Like there's more passion there about it. There's more passion about it. There's more oomph that this person. Why did my lips look like that when I did that? There's more oomph that this person has. I feel like you're gonna hear from this person next week. So if you're already in contact, then like that's probably not going to be a surprise to you. But if you're not in contact, you may end up hearing from this person, and it looks like it will be a conversation around the past. It'll be a conversation around their heart, but it's going to be more reserved. It's not going to be like, oh, I love you, you know, and not like a Cancer. You know what I'm saying? Not where they're like crying while they're talking to you. I love Cancers. Okay, my favorite sign. I have my moon in my first house, so. But more in like a almost like a Richard Gere in the movie Pretty Woman, you know, in a way. Not the end where he like is holding the roses outside of the limo, all right, but where he's, you know, Richard Gere's fucking hot, right? He's a Virgo. Um, but it's reserved, but it's honest. It's truthful. It's stable. It's honest. It's caring about another while still maintaining your own sense of personal truth. Tell me about that judgment. The Tower. Damn, double Scorpio. Damn, this okay. This person's making me uncomfortable. No, I'm just kidding. I think that there's something that happened in the past that may have been like a catalyst moment that they either need to take accountability for or they're trying to reconcile with you after that tower moment, after that realization, after that crumbling. And after the tower, you must rebuild. You either rebuild or you build something new. And this is a rebuild because that judgment is there, which is about the past, and it means bringing something back to life that was once dead. Or it can talk about an accountability that needs to be taken. There's a depth here that feels very tumultuous, but this person knows how to rein it in. Okay, I'm getting the weirdest fucking image, bitch. Okay, that fruit smoothie did something for me, honey. But I'm getting this image of what was that movie? Balon? What was it? Do you remember where he like reins in that freaking beast from the water? Do you know what I'm talking about? And he like wraps chains around him or whatever. Listen, I'm not saying this person's all that, but it's like this is Sparta. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that kind of person. What's the conversation about? What's that King of Swords about? The King of Pentacles. Damn, I love this person. Hallelujah. Men being men. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if this is a woman or a man, but it's showing up as very highly masculine. So this person may want to talk to you about commitment, maybe about going into business together, maybe about moving in together, but they want to support you. There's this way that they want to support you. They want to show up for you. They want to provide something for you. The King of Pentacles is Taurus, baby. Listen, people are like, oh my God, if you want a sugar daddy, get yourself an earth sign. No, bitch, not just any earth sign, a Taurus. Capricorn's going to make you work too hard for it, and the Virgo's too damn flighty, okay? Saying this as a Virgo, Taurus, Taurus rising, Taurus moon, Mars, and Capricorn, okay? I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. Thanks a lot, Greg. What's up, Mia? Woo! Speaking of Capricorn, the devil for what they would say to you about themselves. Three of Pentacles reverse. I don't feel like this person likes taking orders. I don't know why I'm getting that. Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles. That's you. This person has some kind of vision for their future that has you in it. King and Queen of Pentacles. Hello? I want to know what that devil is. Them vitamins, period. Tell me about that devil. So we have Capricorn 3 times. Did you know this is all Capricorn? Capricorn, Capricorn, Mars, and Capricorn. Tell me about that devil. 5 of Swords. This person would tell you, I will get my way. And I know how to get my way. And I will get my way. Sorry. I will get my way. I think that this person would likely tell you that they are highly sexually attracted to you. I feel like it's more than that, though. This is somebody who, no matter what, if they were to tell you the honest God truth, this person would say, no matter how I spin it, I will get my way. And I feel like this has you in it. Tell me more about that devil. Shut up, Mojo. Tell me about that devil. I heard it's for your own good. What is this reading? This is getting a little Joe Goldberg for me. A little Mr. Gray from 50 Shades. What is that 3 of Pentacles reverse? I will get my way. Like, that's what it is. This person wants to be yours or wants you to be theirs. It's like, okay, we'll see. 10 of Pentacles. This person is about their money, honey. They are about their money. This person, wherever they're going, which looks like a great place, wherever they're going, you're coming with. Whether they gotta drag you kicking and screaming. That's what that looks like to me. My cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Bronovic? Damn, this reading is great. Okay. I heard I always get my way. Now, I just saw that scene from 50 Shades where he's like, I always get my way. And she goes, that must get very boring. I don't know if you remember that. That scene just popped in my head. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So what's interesting is what they would tell you about themselves, you're in that. What they would tell you about you, they're in that. We have two King of Pentacles, a King of Swords. You will obey. No, I'm just kidding. Just joking. But if the shoe fits, right? Hey, nothing wrong with a little S&M, you know what I'm saying? Tell me about that 7 of Wands reversed. Whether you like it or not, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. You can be disappointed. We can talk about it later. You know what I'm saying? But this is somebody who wants to provide for you, care for you. They definitely want to jump your bones. Like, there's no doubt about it. Damn, listen. Love this. I can't imagine that there will be another reading that is going to beat this. You got new moon in Virgo. Look at that. We're about to have we just had a new moon in Virgo. But we're also having what is it, a partial solar eclipse on my birthday, September 21st, which doesn't look great, I'm not gonna lie, but maybe something happens around then. But it says a time to give rather than take. Listen, what you decide to give is your fucking business, okay? Cancer. Some of you could be dealing with another Virgo or a Cancer. I feel a little uncomfortable. Okay. So what are you asking Virgo to give here? Okay, can I get another one? The King of Wands. Give him what he wants. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. It's asking you to be confident. It, like, listen, if this is somebody who makes you feel safe, if this is a good person, okay? If this is your reading, and this is consensual, you like this, okay, I would absolutely go all in, like, emotionally. Because I feel like, especially because Jupiter is in Cancer right now, like, this is the time to create emotional stability. This is the time to open yourself up to receiving, giving, taking initiative when it comes to emotional comforts and just feeling safe, things like this. Because this person is very protective over you. Like, I feel like this person would do just about anything to be with you. That's what that looks like to me. So happy birthday, Virgo. Okay, listen. What's going on, Nick? Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, Virgo. I do hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can head on over to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis and you can book there. The timestamps will be available after the video is posted. Great reading. Literally fabulous. It better be mine or I'm suing myself. All right. Yeah, Shannon, but that's a eclipse in Pisces. The reason why I was mentioning the new moon in Virgo is because the card said new moon in Virgo, but I'm actually excited-ish. I never know. I never really know. It feels all so unexpected sometimes. But this full moon in Pisces, what is it? It's a lunar eclipse in Pisces. I think it's opposing Mercury. I can't remember. I can't remember. I can't remember. I have to look. But I don't know. It looks good in my chart. Shit, it's making a trine to my Venus. It's making a sextile to my moon. It's on my Jupiter. Okay, I'm okay. But I never really trust trines because it's like, it's not necessarily always good. A lot of the times it is, but usually it's like, yeah, you don't have a choice. This is just like happening. Okay. Anyway, Libra. What is going on, Libra? I hope that you guys are doing awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look at your person and we will see what they want to say to you. Reverse it if you need to. Okay, I know you're ready for birthday season. We have the sun reversed, Leo energy, and the Fool reversed. Slow and steady wins the race with this person. They have something substantial to offer you. It's not just like, oh, can I take you to Starbucks? Nothing wrong with that. Okay, we all love a good bucks, right? But it's more than that. This person is planting something to build it, to nurture it, to care for it long term. Now, with that sun reverse, they're a little not really certain. They feel like they don't have enough information, so they're not super optimistic, but they're forcing themselves to be. So they're not really jumping all in. There's an apprehension there because there's doubts. And it may be a little around their ego. It may be around the self, okay? The sun can be about the self in a way, our self-expression, our heart, you know, things like that. Why is the sun reversed? Yes, told you. Look, Leo energy again. It's around the ego. Why is their ego checked like that? Not so many cards. One at a time, please. Why is their ego like that? What made them the moon? Because they feel like they don't have enough information or they feel like they can't really see things for what they are. It's like they're trying to trust themselves, but I don't think that they fully can. And it may be that they're not really sure about how you feel, or maybe they know how you feel and they believe that you have feelings for them, but they don't know how deep it goes or how deep it doesn't. Or there's something hidden that they feel like they can't see. And so that Fool reversed is like, okay, wait a minute. I don't want to get too crazy. And Pentacle energy is the slowest out of the suits, right? Or out of the elements. It's where we're really taking our time to be able to build something substantial, right? The Ace of Pentacles is the beginning to, right? The Ten of Pentacles, which is like everything you could fucking want, right? Something you can build on, build towards. Oh my God, I just realized who Greg was talking about. Oh my God, I feel like such an idiot. Anyway, sorry, literally side thought. Do they feel like you don't trust them? Is that what it is? They feel like you don't trust them? Can you explain that Fool reversed and tell me why it's in reverse? The Page of Cups reversed. Oh, okay. I think they question if they have enough to give. Six of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Because it's like, oh, here's my little pentacle, right? Now, don't sleep on pentacles. Pentacles is hard work, bitch, okay? It's hard work. It's not just like, oh, we're posting a selfie on Instagram today. No, it's like we're building the app. Okay. Like the Ace of Pentacles is serious. But they're apprehensive. They don't know if they should be vulnerable. So they're taking more of a stable approach to this. There can be some things that made them doubt themselves a little bit. And so they could feel like a little victimized or being a little critical of themselves and really how to approach in the way that they want or really where it's going to go. Because they feel like something isn't totally grounded yet, but that's the point. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to ground it, but their self-esteem, not self-esteem, their ego or their pride maybe making them doubt themselves a little bit because they feel like they don't have enough information and they feel like you don't really trust them. Yeah, see? Knight of Pentacles is what they would say about themselves to you. The Nine of Wands and the Two of Swords reverse. This person would likely tell you, I'm not afraid of putting in the work. Okay. I feel like they like it missionary. It's not out there. I don't know. I don't get that. Ugh, I'm so glad to be off my period. I look so gross when I'm on my period, honestly. Okay, so I feel like this person would likely tell you, I'm not afraid to put in the work. And I don't really care how long it takes because I want to fight for this. I think that this is something worth fighting for. I'm not going to avoid the work. I'm not going to avoid questions. I'm not, I don't think that this person cares how long it takes to make this work. Like, this is somebody, they got that dog in them. You know what I mean? Like they have that, I can do it, but it's like a slow and steady Saint Bernard. Right? But a Saint Bernard could fuck you up if it wanted to, right? But they're like so sweet and they just, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's not the right comparison. Tell me about that Two of Swords reverse. Seven of Swords reverse. Okay. Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There may have been something that they avoided. So they may say, I know I was avoiding this, or I know I was avoiding making a decision, or I know I was avoiding your questions or avoiding being honest with you about certain things, but I want to do that. I want to be able to be honest with you. And I feel like this person is likely going to confess something to you maybe next week or tell you some kind of truth about something. I'm going to clarify that in a second. Tell me about that Knight of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords reverse. However they've done things before, they're done with that. I feel like they would tell you that they want to evolve. They want to lay the groundwork and they don't want to fuck it up. Because the Knight of Pentacles, he takes his time or she takes his time. He or she takes his or her time because they don't want to have to go back and do it over. They just want to get it right. They want to lay the groundwork. They don't want to have to revisit it and do it better or whatever. Or not do it better, but do it again, do it over again. What's the truth? What's the Seven of Swords reverse? Hmm. So the star can be like where we are. Sorry, I'm covering her tits. The star can be, it's Aquarius. And so you see how this person on the card here is gathering water from the river, from the lake, and then, ends up sharing it with the rest of the people, the community, right? Aquarius is a very community oriented sign. And so I feel like it's something about sharing what they have with you. Maybe they've been a little stingy before. Maybe they've been a little held back. Maybe they wouldn't even freaking buy you dinner. I don't know, whatever the thing is, but I feel like they're wanting to share more and they may feel guilty that they didn't. I feel as well that they're trying to heal something and they know that in order to heal something with you that they're needing to be willing to be honest. Tell me more about that Seven of Swords. The Lovers. I feel like you're going to get a confession from this person. I think that they would likely tell you that they feel guilty about not sharing certain feelings with you, or they feel guilty about not taking initiative to heal something with you. Because there's a big decision that they're willing to make. And I feel like it's only going to benefit the two of you. There's that damn King of Wands reversed again. Or I don't want to say again, but it's Leo energy. And we have the Sun reversed and the Strength reversed, double Leo. And then we have this King of Wands. So there is something about their ego where they let their ego kind of hinder the connection. We also have Virgo here and Pisces twice. Let's see what they would say to you about you. Damn. They know why you walked away. If this is a past connection, they understand why you had to do it and they respect it, I think. Okay. The Hermit reversed. Oh, I'm sorry I put you through a dark night of the soul. You're the one that gave me a reality check about who I am because you ended up leading by example, is what they would tell you. They understand if you feel the need to walk away, but they really hope that you'll let them try. This is somebody who feels like you do not ever live an illusion. Like, this is somebody who feels like you are very realistic about shit. Like, you will be like, this doesn't make sense. Goodbye. This doesn't make sense. No, this is not who I am. This is not a part who I want to be. This is not blah, 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 blah. I love it, honestly. Can you tell me more about that Seven of Cups reversed? I always want you to choose yourself. Aww. Tell me about that Seven of Cups reversed. I always want you to choose yourself. The Hermit reversed again. The Hermit is about the self. I always want you to choose yourself. Tell me about that Hermit reversed. This person really cares about you, I think. The Three of Pentacles. I heard you only deserve the best, and then I see the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Cups at the bottom here. You know who you taught this person by example. Like, I'm not saying you sat down and like taught a fucking class to this person, but there's something in the way that you led by example through your hardships or your dark night of the soul that I think this person learned from, and I think that you inspired them. Like, there's something that's very inspiring about you to this person. Nothing is yet set in stone. Okay. And then Uranus, period. Okay. Well, Uranus is about to go retrograde and eventually it's going to go back into Taurus. So maybe you see where you have that. And then freaking that may give you a clue on what is not set in stone. So it's telling you that things can change. And Uranus is all about change. It's the great awakener. It's the breaker of chains, right? Like Daenerys Targaryen in Game of Thrones. But it's telling you that if you want something to change, it can. It's just totally up to you. And it's asking you to think outside the box, create some kind of radical change for yourself that's really going to shift things in the direction that you want them to go. Because I feel like the ball's in your court at this point with life, with love, with everything, whether you realize it or not. Okay. Thanks a lot, Libra. I greatly appreciate it. I do hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, you can head on over to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis and you can book with me there. Thanks a lot, Libra, and take care. What's up, Perfect Dark? Oh, I love that, Bronovic. Aw, thanks, Camu. I hate that I can't. I hate that they do that. You're welcome, Greg. Um, I hate that they do that where they don't put people's display names. Thank you so much, Moozy. Can I call you that? Does that work? I need some teeth whitener. You're welcome, Perfect Dark, anytime. Thank you for the lovely comments that you leave on my channel, by the way. Like, they don't go unnoticed. Sometimes I have a hard time responding to them all, although I try. A Violetta smoothie? Yeah, that tastes like regret and debauchery from the past. Just kidding. All right. Oh, wow, Lily, you're a Scorpio stellium. Really underdog. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like these pants, I gotta unbutton those jeans. I just can't. Alrighty. Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome. I hope that you guys are doing awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look at your person. Okay. So let's see. Their energy towards you is the Chariot reversed. Ew. No, I'm just kidding. That's Cancer. I wasn't saying that because it's Cancer. I love Cancer. I'm saying that because the Chariot reversed isn't the best card. The Tower reversed, we have Scorpio here. Okay. Maybe dealing with it. Then we have that. Damn, all major arcanas. Jesus. The Hangman. Surrender. That's what I'm getting with this person. This is somebody who has tried to either hold on to this really, really tightly, or they were trying to force this to stay afloat. They were trying to pressure you to stay this, whatever. And so now they're at this point where they're like, I just got to give it up. Like, I'm killing myself doing this because they don't want to let you go. They don't want to let you go. But at the same time, there's this energy with the Hangman where it's like I would feel better if I just didn't do shit, right? If I just stopped trying so hard, if I stopped trying to make this work, or if I stopped trying to fit a square into a circle into a square, whatever the case is. And they have a different perspective. There's a level of humility here. But there's also this feeling of failure, which I think birthed the feeling of humility. Because failure can do that, right? It can cause us to be a little bit more humble. But if we allow too much humility, then it can discourage us. Tell me about that tell me about that tower reverse. Yeah, tell me about that tower reverse. The chariot reverse again. Like it feels like they keep trying to keep something afloat, and it just keeps failing because they keep trying to force it too hard. It's like when you're trying to maybe um you know eh, maybe you're like trying to get your old 21-year-old body back, and then you end up pushing yourself too hard on the gym and you fuck up your knee, and then you're like, well, that didn't work. I'm humbled. I'm gonna go ahead and sit on the couch for the next 3 weeks. Like it's something like that. Tell me about that chariot reverse, the first one. Hello? Okay, thank you. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, they got to a point where they're like, well, I just need hands up in the air. Hands up in the air. Because they were pushing too hard. And there was some changes that they may have needed to make within themselves that they really didn't. It's like it feels like when you're in a boat that has holes in it and you have like a bucket in the boat, you're just like, oh, 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 and you keep trying to get all the water out, and it's like, dude, I hope you know how to swim. You know what I'm saying? The Hangman, the High Priestess reverse. This person feels like they need to let go of what they don't know or understand. Because I think this person feels like they don't really have a clue on certain things about you or the relationship or whatever. And they're just like, all right, I need to stop pressing. Like, for instance, maybe this person is obsessively watching tarot or something. And, because they're trying to like figure it out. And it got to a point where they just couldn't like uphold that anymore. So, like, well, fuck it. Like, I remember I dated somebody who was like, watched porn like avidly. And I was like always paranoid if they were watching porn. I was like, you know what? If they're gonna watch it, they're gonna watch it. Like, I can't make them, change their life or want to do better, honestly. Like, I can't do this to my fuck it. I don't even care. Have at it, buddy. You know what I mean? And so I just, and not saying that they were doing that, but I had to adapt that mentality, you know. And I'm not saying that you're watching porn, okay? It's just trying to tell you, like, trying to explain surrender. What they would tell you about themselves. I heard don't me. The Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So this is a feminine, in my opinion. This is funny because this section as if their ego wasn't even there. Like, this is like if they were to be very honest about themselves. They're saying like, yeah, I'm very attracted to you, but I do have other suitors. I'm just being honest with you. Like, yes, I'm attracted to you. Like, don't get it twisted. Absolutely. But like, I do have other options, or I have people who are approaching me all the time, or I have other people that want me, you know. And I don't think that they're saying it out of ego, because this is the place in the spread where it's without ego. They're saying it like, I don't need to try so hard, essentially. Because I think that this person is very confident in who they are as a person, as a leader. I think that they even believe that they're hot, they're sexy, whatever. And they are very attracted to you, absolutely. And they're not even afraid to take action and like show up vulnerably and spicy and fun and all of those things. Because I think that they are all of those things. I think this is a creative person. I think that this is a person who really, to a point, doesn't really give a shit about what anybody thinks about who they are, or about what they look like, maybe. Like, that's really in them. Like, their higher self, that's in them. They know how to have fun, they know how to joke, they know, you know. And there's an attraction there. Like, don't get me wrong, there's an attraction, there's an emotional connection, all of that. But this person also, like, the Queen of Wands is not going to be like, oh, please be with me. You know, she's like, okay, well, I have to go shopping, or like whatever. I have this new creative I have to go perform at this concert. I don't know, whatever. What they would tell you about you? Ooh, oh, was it a secret that came out? Three of Swords, High Priestess reverse, and the Eight of Swords. This person would tell you that you broke them down. You did break their heart at some point, maybe they're heartbroken now, but this person would likely tell you that you are too busy worried about what everybody else thinks, or you don't listen to yourself and you listen to everybody else's opinions, or all of these secrets that you have is what's really breaking you or keeping you stuck in a cycle. That's what they would tell you. So I need to know about that Three of Swords and that High Priestess, honestly. Because this person thinks that you're stuck in a loop. Tell me about that Three of Swords. The Seven of Wands. You may have made them or feel like they were competing for your attention or your love. This person may feel like you feel inadequate, and so you need to hurt other people or put someone else down in order to feel better. A weird message. Tell me about that High Priestess reverse. They feel like you keep yourself stuck. You do it to yourself. You keep yourself in these cycles where you keep choosing the same, doing the same, but you never do anything out of your comfort zone in order to make that change or reach your potential or whatever. The Strength reversed with the Eight of Swords. Once again, there's this energy of them feeling like you are too much in your ego, and that can be like, so I told you that this person feels like you care too much about what other people think, okay? And this person may also feel like you have some kind of secret that was revealed, or they feel like you're hiding things, etc. And you just keep yourself in this cycle, or in this stuck cycle, and you put yourself there, and then you play the victim about it or something like that. Yeah, you care too much about what people think, or you try to like I don't know, be like other people or something in order to feel like you measure up. But they feel like the things that you suppress or the things that you hide is what's really keeping you stuck. And you hide them because of your ego, your pride, or your shame. For some of you, this person would tell you that you got your heart broken that one time and now you won't let anybody else in. That can be also be it as well. Surrender to the divine and Pluto. Whoa, that's heavy. Pluto may be prominent in your chart. Well, I mean, Pluto does rule Scorpio, to be fair. So that's interesting. Your advice is to let go and allow the changes to happen. And the change is only going to come if you allow it. And this is about needing to be honest, truthful, and vulnerable, not just with this person, but with yourself as well. And that's when real change is going to occur. Okay. Some of you, this was reversed. Thank you so much, Scorpio. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can head on over to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis and you can book with me there. Thanks a lot, Scorpio. All righty. Yeah, sorry, Adria. I just, it be like that sometimes. Okay. Give me 1 second, you guys. God, it's so freaking hot in here. What's up, Lori? All right, let's do Sag. What's going on, Sagittarius? I hope that you were doing well. Let's go ahead and see your person. Thanks, D. I appreciate that. All right, so their energy towards you. Four of Swords reversed. Okay. King of Cups, Scorpio energy. Whoops. And the Two of Cups, Venus and Cancer. Damn. This person is coming from a healed place. I think that they've done some thinking, some contemplating, some healing, some time alone. You know, maybe they went to therapy. Maybe they're actually healing from a physical ailment. But this person is absolutely in love with you. I don't think that they maybe express it all the time. Maybe they do. But that King of Cups is somebody who essentially wants to hold space for you, who wants to be able to be that person where you can be honest about your emotions, where you can be vulnerable. And they want to create that safe space, or they do hold that space, or they do create that safe space for you. I don't really have anything negative to say. What's that Four of Swords reversed? The Knight of Pentacles. I feel like they've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, maybe financial, but it feels more like mental or physical, something like that. Feels very mental, like they're really laying the groundwork to become a better person. I heard I am a better person. Okay. This person is showing up as quite evolved from where they used to be. Tell me about that Two of Cups. Three of Pentacles. This person feels like you guys are on the same page about similar goals and things like that. And I think that they have learned a lot from you. And I think that, well, I think you've learned a lot from them, or at least maybe that's what they think. There's a sweet nostalgia here. This person thinks a lot about the memories that you guys have had together. I really don't see anything negative. I really don't see anything negative. This person loves the shit out of you. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. This person loves the shit out of you. What they would say to you about themselves is the Star, Aquarius. That they've healed. They've done a lot of healing and a lot of work on themselves. The Hangman in isolation by themselves. I'm telling you. They have a completely new perspective on life, on you, on relationships. But this took a lot of humility for them to be able to get to this point. And I don't think that it was easy for them. They may have wanted to push ahead or hop, skip, jump ahead, but this person says that I got Taurus and Pisces here as well. This person would tell you that they know that they're stubborn. They know that they've been stubborn and having a very my way or the highway kind of mentality when it comes to religion, spirituality, or maybe when it comes to relationships, marriage, something like that. But they understand that now. How has their perspective changed exactly? Tell me about that Hangman. They got a reality check because they used to live in some kind of illusion in regards to their perspective around religion or spirituality or around their values or around whatever it is that they believed in, and they feel guilty about it because they realize how they've kept themselves stuck or closed-minded in regards to that line of thinking. I feel like this person like went to therapy, or they talked to a mentor, or they really just did the work. I really don't see anything negative, honestly. Can you tell me about that Hierophant reversed? Like, if there was a difference in religious or spiritual beliefs between the two of you, or just a difference of opinion about like fundamental belief systems, things like that, they don't care. They're willing to kind of humble themselves or let that go to be able to fight for the connection that they want with that Nine of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, because they're very future focused. Because the star can also be very future focused. What they would tell you about you is the Two of Pentacles. Some of you are going through a hard time and just trying to kind of like keep it all together, and they understand that. The Ten of Cups. Damn, Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. And this is a good reading. Six of Swords. I think that it's almost like a thank you. Like, even when you're super busy and you're going through your own things, they feel supported by you, or they felt very supported by you despite the hardships, despite your differences, despite everything that you were trying to juggle at one time. Like, this is somebody who's very appreciative of how much of a family person you are, or how supportive you showed up for them in relationships, or in this relationship or this connection. Can you tell me about that Six of Swords? Temperance reverse. So yeah, it's like you have a lot going on, or maybe you had a lot going on if you guys were like in a relationship and this was an ex or whatever, and they understand. They understand why either you had to move on, or you just ignored something, or whatever, because they understand that sometimes you don't always have peace in your life. Tell me about that Two of Pentacles. The Three of Wands reverse. I think that they would say, I know that you get frustrated with me sometimes. And I know it's not just me. I know that you have a lot of other stuff going on, and you may be growing impatient because you're waiting for results from me, or you're waiting for results from the external world. But just know that I'm here to support you, or I care about you, or I love you, or I'm committed to you. It's something like that. They would say something like that. I feel like this person has a lot of respect for like you and how you deal with struggle and things like that. Because they feel like you deserve peace. They feel like you deserve some level of happiness. I want to say, after everything, expect powerful change. And then Mars. Well, powerful change is going to happen when you go for it. Mars is about moving forward and going after what it is that you want. So this is interesting because this says new moon eclipse, and we're having one on September 21st. So maybe something happens around that time. But it may be saying you can expect more change, or more powerful change, when you go after the things that you want and you stand up for yourself in the way that you should. Okay. So Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question and get your cards read during the live, then you can head on over to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Alrighty. Woo! All right. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Capricorn. What's going on, Capricorn? I hope that you guys are doing well. Welcome. Let's go ahead and take a look at your person. First, we're going to see their energy. High Priestess reverse could be a Pisces or somebody with Pisces placements. The King of Swords reversed, not my favorite. We have Aquarius here as well. And then we have the Fool, which is Uranus, maybe a strong Uranus placement or a Uranus ruled person. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite energy. You know, it kind of feels like they're trying to bypass something, or they're trying to just hop, skip, and jump past something. Like, yeah, I don't really want to talk about that thing that I did in the past, or I don't really want to talk about that secret, because I do feel like they're hiding things. I am going to clarify it. but it feels like they're gaslighting you about what it is that they're hiding and calling you crazy. Something like that. Like they're lying about a truth that maybe you found out or you feel in your intuition, and they're like, "Oh, you're crazy. I would never." Blah, 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 blah. It's kind of like that. But they're abusing their power in some way. They're the King of Swords reverse can sometimes be in extreme cases mentally abusive, but it's somebody that's basically full of shit, or they can be incredibly selfish and not thinking about anybody else besides themselves. They're not in their right mind frame. But it's like they're just wanting to move past that. They don't wanna talk about that. They don't wanna discuss that, you know? Like, of course not, right? Tell me about that. What is the High Priestess reversed? What is the secret? The Two of Swords reverse around it, some kind of decision that they made that maybe they put off for a while. Uh-huh. The Ace of Pentacles about an opportunity or something about finances. A decision that they made around giving an opportunity. Can I get more on that? Because they lied about something, and I think it blew up in their face. The Five of Swords reverse. They did something out of desperation? What? I don't know why I heard that. How do I explain this? This is like, I don't know why I'm getting this, but it feels like this is somebody who has a lot of insecurities within themselves. And so they feel like they're not going to be able to get anybody, or they don't know like if they can guarantee love or intimacy. And so they just like reach out to everybody or something like that. And I'm not saying that that's what they did, but it feels like that kind of person. Tell me about that King of Swords reversed. The fuck? The Knight of Swords. I think that they did something impulsive. Something that they may have been. Give me one more. They communicated something. The Hangman with the Pisces about another secret. They're gaslighting you about your own perspective around a question that you're asking them because you're trying to gain perspective. You're asking questions and they're trying to gaslight you. Maybe about a woman or this Queen of Wands figure from the past or something like that. But they just want to bypass it with that Fool. Oh, well, nothing to see here. Whatever. Like, okay. What they would tell you about themselves. They don't know how to move forward without making this right. Eight of Wands, Justice, Page of Pentacles. Because they want to tell you something. They want to make something right, or they want to do the right thing, but they don't know how to go about it. Tell me about that Eight of Wands. There could be distance between the two of you. Okay, I don't want all those cards. Just one, please. What's that Eight of Wands about? God, why is it giving me so many cards? Just one, please. Damn. The Nine of Cups. You are what I want, is what they would say. You are what I want, and I want this to move ahead faster than where we are right now. That's why they're trying to bypass this thing. They're just like, don't want to look at what happened. They're like, can we just like move on? And I feel like they want to do right by you. They want to do the right thing. Tell me about that Justice. The Page of Swords. They're trying to figure out how to tell you something, how to move past it, how to do the right thing, how to offer something substantial. The Nine of Wands. Their higher self has the right idea, but their energy is like there's a fear there. There's a fear of honesty. And maybe maybe it's that they just listen to too many people. You know, they listen to everybody else's opinion or something like that, which caused them to make a really illogical decision. Their way of fighting for this is by offering a substantial opportunity, something you can touch, feel, taste, smell, whatever, something in the 3D. And they're trying to figure out how to make this right or how to make something right. And they know that they have to be honest, or they know that they have to have some kind of conversation with you in order to get what it is that they want. Because I do think that you check off a lot of the boxes for the kind of person that they want. They want to do the right thing. What a contrasting reading. Ace of Pentacles for what they would tell you about you. The World reversed and the Nine of Pentacles. They would likely say, I know that you may want me, but you don't need me. They definitely feel like you don't need them. They feel like you're good on your own, maybe even better on your own, quite frankly. And because they feel like you have a lot to offer and you've worked really hard to get where it is that you are. And I think that they admire that. They do feel like the two of you have unfinished business, which is something that they would tell you if they wanted to, or if they had the balls or whatever. What is that World reversed? The Seven of Wands reversed, but they're too intimidated to talk about this thing from the past. They're feeling defensive over whatever over some wrongdoing, justice reversed. But I told you they want to make it right with the justice in the upright. Page of Swords clarifying it, but they're trying to figure out how to go about talking about it or discussing it or whatever. And they're like, God, freaking Capricorn doesn't need me. You know what I mean? Capricorn doesn't even need me. Like, why would they even listen to me or something like that? Damn. Okay. We have confidence is your key to success and house 6. So house 6 can be about our routines, our day-to-day, what we're doing on a daily basis. And so it may be telling you to establish that kind of foundation. Maybe you need to get more sleep. Maybe you need to work out more. There's something about your health and your wellness and your routine and your foundation that you're laying for yourself, or maybe something in regards to your work, but it's going to take confidence in order to achieve these things that you're attempting to achieve. Okay. It's really not that bad of a reading. I just feel like this person is having some issues around just because it feels like they want to skip a step. Oh, there's nothing to see here. You know what I'm saying? So, Capricorn, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, you can head on over to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis and you can book with me there. Have a good one. If you do it. Sorry, that damn cat, man. All right, thanks a lot, Capricorn. All righty. Let's move on to Aquarius. Yay. Virgo still is the best read, though, in my opinion. All right. Like nobody asked. Literally nobody asked. All right. Let's do Aquarius. What's going on, Aquarius? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and take a look at what you got going on with this person. Show me Aquarius's person and their energy towards Aquarius. The Six of Cups reversed. Okay. The Temperance reversed. Could be dealing with the Sagittarius. The Empress reversed. Taurus, Libra. This looks like a feminine to me. Okay, ladies. So if you need to reverse this, by all means, feel free to do it. Yikes. They're overdoing it a little bit. They're overdoing it a little bit. And I think it may be coming from an immature mentality, or it may be coming from something in the past that they're having a hard time letting go of. Maybe it's a pipe dream. Maybe they have this very specific vision for how they want relationships to go, or a specific relationship in mind, or maybe they were sold a fairy tale like all of us little girls when we were younger, that it's supposed to be like the Disney movies, right? And so they may be stuck on some kind of pipe dream, some kind of dream, and so they feel like they're needing to overdo it, and they may project this dream onto you. There also may be some grudges or some bad memories that they're holding on to that make them feel not at peace, essentially. And so the Empress reverse, she shows up as more masculine. So you know, the Empress in the upright receives, she doesn't go chasing anybody down. The Empress reverse does. She feels like she has to overgive or overpour herself or overassert herself in order to be loved or to love or whatever it is. And it can sometimes show up as possession or passive aggressiveness at times. Why is that Empress reversed? No, first I want to see what the Six of Cups reversed is. It's definitely not grounded by any means. What's that Six of Cups reversed? What's the Six of Cups reversed? Hello? Okay, there we go. They may feel like something about this connection is faded. Wheel of Fortune, Six of Swords, clarifying that Six of Cups. And they want movement forward, or they want some kind of resolve that's attached to a negative memory between the two of you. And they're having a hard time letting go of that memory, but they feel like they need some kind of resolve. They're trying to figure out how to let it go. They're trying to figure out how to move forward, but they feel like they can't. And that's what they really want. And they're having a hard time just simply like, I mean, it's not that simple, but they're having a hard time grabbing the wisdom from the memory, and they're more so focused on the negative parts of the memory itself. And that's just a process that we all go through. But they're not at peace with it. They're not at peace with the past. Tell me about that Temperance reversed. Ooh. It may be because of a couple of different people they were involved with. However, if that is you, because this person is showing up as a feminine, the King of Wands reversed and the King of Pentacles reversed is why the Temperance is here. So the Temperance reverse can be when we have lost our patience or we're not at peace with something. This person feels or believes maybe that you use them in some way, use them for status, use them for sex, use them for your own ego, use them for money, something. There was some kind of use, almost as if they were an object or something like that. Okay. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. That's just where that Temperance reversed is, I think, coming from. They may have felt like you weren't really committing to them and they felt like they had to overdo it in some way to get something from you. Even though when they got something from you, they felt like something was taken from them. Tell me about that Empress reversed. The Star. I feel like this is a person who naturally cares about the collective, or there's somebody who wants to share. Like they want to share things with people, whether it's knowledge, whatever. But that Empress reversed, it's like sharing too much. For some of you, this person overshared. Like I don't know if they trauma dumped or something like that. I'm almost getting like a hopeless romantic vibe a little bit. What this person, the fuck? Shut up, Lori. What they would tell you about themselves is the Ten of Swords reverse. Oof. Well, let's see what the next card is. The Strength reversed. I think they have a hard time letting things go. I'm not going to lie. I think this person may have a hard time letting things go. Five of Cups reverse. But they try. Damn it, they try. Damn, they try. Because, listen, like, the thing is, a lot of the betrayals or a lot of things that have happened in their life has made them weaker. But there are some things that have taught them a lot and made them stronger. But this has created a lot of self-esteem issues within this person. Like I say, the Ten of Swords reverse, it's like, okay, how many swords does it take to kill a person? Not 10, right? It's like an overkill. And so when it's in reverse like that, it's like you get the 10 stabbed with 10 swords, they're still sticking out of your back and you're still walking around with them in your back. And it has really become a confidence killer for this person. And I feel like they would tell you that. Like, I don't know if they have, or if they had the chance they would, or if they put their ego aside, or whatever it is. But it may be that this person does forgive you if you did anything, or it's that they want to be forgiven. It just depends on your personal situation. Tell me about that. Five of Cups reversed. They're the type of person that when it gets to a point, right? When it gets to a point, I do think that they can take any maybe petulant feelings or petty feelings, and I feel like they can push them aside to come to an understanding. For others of you, the Empress reversed and the Emperor. I feel like that, you know what this is reminding me of? There is a scene from a show called Fleabag. By the way, great show. I watched it for the first time a couple weeks ago. It was incredibly written. And the writer was a Cancer, or she's a Cancer. But she is confessing in this, like, to this priest in this church, and she's like, um, she's like, I want somebody to tell me what to like, who to vote for, what kind of music to listen to, right? And it's not necessarily that, right? It's not like she doesn't have her own thoughts, but she just doesn't want to feel like she has to do anymore. She doesn't want to feel like she has to be masculine anymore. She doesn't want, and there's almost something about that. That's deep. What this person would tell you about you. Page of Swords reverse. They feel like you assume a lot and you know very little. Ooh. This person would say that, ooh, Seven of Swords reverse. This person feels like you're guilty. They feel like you're guilty around a third party or around some kind of gossip, rumors, drama. Or for some of you, this person may feel like you're assuming a lot about a third party that maybe they had. So it depends on who had a third party, if there was any at all. However, if it's not about a third party, then this person would say, you're assuming a lot about something that you don't know shit about. And they would likely say that's rich coming from you. And I don't know why, but that's what I'm getting off of that Seven of Swords reverse. And they feel like you won't talk to them or there's a separation because of your own assumptions. Okay, don't shoot the messenger, please. What's that Seven of Swords reversed? Thanks a lot, Anna. Anai, I'm sorry. Thanks a lot, Anai. Tell me about that Seven of Swords reverse. The Three of Swords. They think that you feel guilty about hurting them. What's that Three of Cups reversed? They may also believe that you are not coming together with them because of an assumption. So you just decided to focus on yourself because you're hurting. The Five of Cups. Seven of Swords reversed again. They feel like something was hidden. What's that Page of Swords reverse? They feel like something was hidden that you regret. They feel like you're assuming something about a financial situation or you're assuming something about them specifically. It can also be that they may think that you told a woman or a feminine energy about your guys' business. Your advice is don't let your past hold you back. And then House 7. So whether you want a relationship with this person or whether you want a relationship with someone else, House 7 is about one-on-one relationships. It's about intimacy as well. But the South Node, which is what this card talks about, is about letting go of the past, not bringing the past in with you, not bringing in baggage to new relationships or whatever. So whether it is that you want a new relationship, don't let this one hold you back, or don't let the baggage from this connection hold you back from a relationship that you're really supposed to be in. Or if it is that you're wanting to be with this person, it may be saying that something about you or something about your past or the way that you go about relationships may need to be let go of, right? Maybe you share too much. Maybe you give too much. Maybe you don't. Whatever that means for you, something in regards to that has to change. Something in regards to the way that you've been doing relationships up until this point has to change. Okay. So, Aquarius, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much. For some of you, it was reversed. So I'm sorry if it was. There's nothing I can do about how the cards fall out. But thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question to get your cards read, you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All righty. Yeah, that was kind of a heavy one. All righty. Let's move on to Pisces. What's going on, Pisces? I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and take a look at your person. First, we're going to check on their energy. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. You could be dealing with a stubborn Virgo here. The Five of Swords. The Three of Wands. They're not taking any substantial action. If anything, they are trying to manipulate their way through, or they're feeling spiteful. They're trying to get you to react to something, in my opinion. This is somebody that very much cares about how they're perceived. Now, to a certain extent, you need to care about how you're perceived, okay? You can't just be walking around with like shit stains in your underwear and being like, I don't care what anybody thinks, right? Like, no, that's not how you become a normal person in society, okay? Or a contributing person to society. You're not, yeah. Anyway, so I'm not going to continue with that, the poop talk. But this is like to a degree where they're willing to do some backhanded things, maybe, in order to be perceived in the right light by people. There's this energy of them being overly critical of you, but it's because they're overly critical of themselves. And so they're very determined to make you feel some kind of way. It's like you know, they throw you a curveball and then like, what are you going to do about it? Right? 3 of Wands. Like then they're expecting expansion. They're expecting gratitude. They're expecting sex or a celebration or, you know, it's like, oh yeah, like I know I just fucked up your day today, but like you want to go out, by the way, you're paying. You know, it's like it's kind of like that. I do think that this person may be financially unstable potentially. Tell me about that Knight of Pentacles reversed. The Queen of Wands reversed. This person may try to make you jealous. They may be trying to make you jealous or trying to get a I feel like they're trying to get a reaction out of you this next week. What's that 5 of Swords? Because they want what they want without doing the work. That's my opinion. They want what they want without doing the inner work that it takes. So there's a lack of authenticity here. They rather do underhanded tactics in order to get you to react in some kind of way just so they can prove themselves to still be desirable or something like that. Yeah, see? 7 of Swords, I'm telling you. They're being shady, man. What's that 3 of Wands? I'm getting the word audacity. The King of Pentacles. Then they're expecting a relationship, stability, things like that. I do think that they want a commitment with you, but it's like the way that they're going about it is odd. So their higher self, like if their higher self were to tell you about themselves, Knight of Cups reversed, Ace of Wands reversed, and the Judgment. Everything they have done up to this point has been intentional, and they're very well aware of it. Do not let them play dumb with you. They are not dumb. They know and they knew exactly what they were doing when they did it. They would likely tell you that they're insecure. For some of you, this person is impotent, but for others of you, it's just an insecurity. They would likely tell you that they create a facade around who they are in order to get what it is that they want. They may over idolize themselves or relationships. And they may have done that before. I feel like this person got rejected, like by somebody, and that like changed them or something like that. I don't know why I'm getting that. What's that Judgment? They created like an illusion or a delusion around who they were or what they had to offer. Tell me about that Knight of Cups reversed. Whoops. Ace of Swords reverse, 4 of Wands reverse. It's lies. It's somebody who lies because they feel insecure. Like this is a prime example. Okay. So well, I don't know about prime, but this is an example. Okay. Um, you know, you go on a date with somebody and they're like, oh yeah, you know, I got this in the bank and I got this in the stocks and I got this in stocks and, you know, da 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 da, because they're like afraid of rejection or, you know, something like that. And they don't have that, or maybe they only have like a fourth of what they say they do, or that's what it feels like. It's almost giving me like the 9 of Pentacles reverse energy a little bit. But the thing is that they know it's wrong. The truth is, I think that they're afraid to be seen. They would likely tell you that they're afraid to really be seen. Because when you're really seen and you're judged for who you really are, it's like there's no hiding behind that. There's no like wearing a facade and going by a fake name. Like your inner child is going to take the hit. You as a person, like who you really are, is going to take a hit. Like I don't know, it's something like that. But I feel like this has been very draining for them to keep this up, like going about life this way, because they are accountable. They are very well aware that they do this. And they would tell you that they take responsibility for it. But you can take responsibility for shit all day. I can go and like crap on your living room floor right now and be like, I take responsibility for it, and then do it again tomorrow, you know? What they would tell you about you, wow. Some of you guys have Aquarius placements or Gemini. The Star, the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords. See, this is where it really starts to make sense to me. Because this is somebody who would tell you you're a truth teller. You ask the right questions, you say the right things, but it's not just the right things, it's the real things. Because you are the healed version of who I could be. You share your truths. You are honest. You are accountable. And that is who I hope to be. I feel like this person is like a secret hater a little bit. Because that Knight of Cups reversed is like somebody who can be jealous. And their jealousies and their insecurities and all of these things, it really keeps them from their true path and who they're meant to be. That's rough, man. Tell me about that Ace of Swords. Like, you have no doubts about who you are and what your truth is. Eight of Swords reverse. You don't sit around feeling stuck, feeling confused, like you know your truth and that's it. Tell me about that Star. They don't feel like it was easy for you to get to this healed place. They aspire to be what you naturally are, or just what you are, how, or whatever. What? Tell me about that Knight of Swords. The Moon reverse. Like, you're very well aware of your truth and you're not afraid to speak about things that have made you insecure. A personal issue reaches a resolution in house 10. So there could be a new like relationship status for you guys coming in, but a personal issue reaches a resolution, full moon and Cancer energy. This is saying like, I feel like something needs to reach a resolution before it gets worse, honestly. And it's going to take time, structure, discipline. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like right around the corner and you got everything's fixed and everything's great. Like, no. And I really think a lot of you are going to have to lead by example for this person to follow, if that's what you want. In order to have like a stable connection with this person or a stable relationship or whatever it may be. This can also be saying that you really need to focus on your career. And a relationship may need to enter a higher level of commitment because something's been going on for too long for some of you, okay? So Pisces, that is what I have for you. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, you can do so right here on hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Alrighty. Okay. Oh my God, right, Lady Anne? Oh, hello. We all know what happened afterwards. That stupid picture had to fall off of the freaking church and interrupt it. What's up, Donna? Nice to see you. You're welcome, D, anytime. All right, you guys, now we're going to go ahead and do super chats. Thank you to everybody who stopped through. If you don't have a super chat question or if you don't want to wait around for me to read it and you just want to go view your timestamp afterward, that's totally fine. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I do hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. As always, if you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can always do so by visiting my website at violettaalexis.com, okay? I also have readings on my Hipsy page as well, so whatever your preference is. Other than that, thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great day. Oh, thank you so much, Stara. I really appreciate that. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then I will be back to do your guys' super chat questions, okay? All right, you guys. Thank you so much for waiting on me. Go ahead and put my music back on. Okay. You're welcome, Tanya. Sorry, I didn't see your comment. Thanks, Kinez. Well, I don't know about that, Mojo. I don't know what the hell Pantera is. Is that a band? I don't know. I listen to a lot of wordless music, instrumentals and ambiance. But I really like C Rose, Ethel Kane, Billie Eilish. Incubus is cool. Flyleaf, love Flyleaf. Anyway, okay. I'm not gonna get caught up on that. Let's go ahead and move on to my babies. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. We got number one. Let's see where he's at with the two of you at this moment first, and then we'll move on to the other one. Okay. So where is he at with them at the moment? The Hermit. The Hermit with the Lovers. This is more of a journey about self and understanding oneself. The Lovers does tell me that he feels like this is a very rare connection, but I feel like he's not totally self-aware about his feelings. The Hermit is searching for self-awareness. Now, if the Hermit was reverse, I would say that he would be very self-aware about his feelings for you and how he envisions this connection. But he's trying to figure it out through figuring himself out. So there's more of an isolation, more of a behind the scenes, feeling like he needs to make some kind of decision. Although he does feel like this is a very, I don't want to say otherworldly, but it's a rare connection. So let's see what would be the reason. Him feeling like he can't do better and his ego gets in the way. That will be the trigger. Is him feeling like, oh, he's comparing you to here, he's comparing people to you, being like, oh, they don't treat me the way number one treated me. They don't, and so there it would be his ego getting involved. Thanks a lot, number one. We have number two. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Keep moving forward. Don't stay stuck in the loop. It's asking you to let go of control and keep in mind that whatever you're putting out there is going to come back. You may have some good luck or some opportunities coming to you pretty soon, especially if you felt like insecure about it, or you felt like you couldn't compete in some way, or you couldn't, I don't know, measure up to something or someone or some kind of position. I feel like that's going to change. I feel like you need to have a bit more of confidence or belief in yourself, more of a fighting spirit, because you can do whatever this thing is. It's telling you as well to focus on your money and your sense of longevity. So something that maybe you felt like failed in regards to business or in some kind of, I don't know, future focused endeavor that you had. It's telling you that it hasn't necessarily failed. It's just saying that something has to move in a different way. So, especially if you were trying too hard in some direction of your life, maybe it was a relationship, maybe it was something about money, something that you were trying to have in your future, something long term. It's telling you to kind of let go of the wheel and be in your higher mind about it instead of getting lost in the details. Ten of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Six of Wands reverse. Okay. You may be dealing with a lot emotionally right now a little bit, but I feel like you can handle it with that 10 of Wands. Doesn't mean you always should have to, okay? But there may be this energy where you feel like you're doing a lot of work or holding a lot of emotional labor without actually getting the recognition for it in some way. And I feel like this is just saying, like, you don't have to take on other people's responsibility, or you don't have to take on a personal load that really is not your responsibility. Like, you don't have to do that, regardless of what you may think or what somebody else may have told you. Because I feel like your recognition will come in time, but it doesn't mean that you have to kill yourself in order to get it. Adjustments are required and then square. What kind of adjustment? The Three of Swords. Oh, man. So something may be hurting you, or maybe something that you're needing to heal from. And it's saying that you're on the precipice or you're right on the brink of like finishing or completing some kind of healing process. I feel like it may be something or may have been something that's very challenging for you. But the thing about squares in astrology is that while it's difficult, if you can get on the other side of it, which you can, then it's kind of like a diamond made under pressure. So there may be something that feels a bit heavy that you're going through now, but you will come out on the other side. You will be able to establish some kind of foundation that you've been attempting to build, or you will get the recognition that you're asking for, or the pat on the back, or whatever it may be. Okay. Thank you so much, number two. You can go ahead and do away with this freaking squeaky ass cap. All right, number three. Okay. Okay. What happens if number three continues the relationship? Is this their person? The Moon reverse. I feel like there's a lot of hidden things that you don't see. The King of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. Tell me about that Five of Pentacles. The Emperor reverse. Tell me about that Moon reversed. The Nine of Wands. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I think that there could be a level of commitment, and even it could get to a point of stability. But if I'm going to be honest with you, I think it would be very difficult in this specific connection for you to be able to get to the place that you want to be, or the place that you want to go. Okay. Because that King of Pentacles, it's like, oh yes, we're committed, there's progress, blah, blah, blah. You may end up being very supportive of this person. But that Five of Pentacles shows up right after, which says that there's loss. there's loss or not feeling enough. And that Emperor is reversed, clarifying the Five of Pentacles, which tells me that you have a specific potential and there may be something about this relationship that holds you back or keeps you back from reaching that. I think that this would end up feeling incredibly emotionally draining for you. It could feel like you're fighting a losing battle, even though you may show up and be very supportive. Two of Cups, the Knight of Wands reverse, and the Nine of Swords for what you should do. So it may say that, like, it's great. It's great that you love this person. It's great that they even love you, or whatever the case. But it may be that you're getting some kind of level of attention that is great, but it's not enough, or it's never going to be enough. It feels like more than anything, this would end up causing much more stress, especially if you're going out of your way or you feel like things are inconsistent. And love is great, right? Everybody wants love, but if love was enough, then a lot more people would be together. And I think that's something that you need to remind yourself. Because I think this just simply causes a lot of stress, honestly. And I don't know if it's really worth your peace. How does this person's ex feel about them? Just curious. Two of Swords. They may be avoiding a deeper truth or avoid making a decision around this connection because they're not really sure what to do. They may feel like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. So we have Cardinal Moon, be bold and make the first move. And then we have Aquarius. So Aquarius is all about thinking outside of the box and doing something differently, doing something that is maybe out of your comfort zone a little bit. And I feel like that's what it's telling you to do. So maybe you need to join a group. Maybe you need to join a new community. Maybe you need to get out there and talk to a bunch of people. You know, I'm not saying romantically, I'm saying like new groups of friends and stuff like that, because it's asking you to take initiative in your own life in some way, shape, or form. Okay. Thank you so much, number 3. Number 4. Okay. All right, let me see. Let me see this person's feelings on the deepest level. The Magician reversed, the Chariot, the Five of Wands reversed. What's that Magician reversed? What's that Chariot? Okay. Can you tell me their intent with number 4? 7 of Pentacles. Okay. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. With that Magician reverse clarified by the Four of Pentacles, I definitely think this person suffers from some doubts. I think that they may feel like they're not enough, or they don't have enough, or they're really afraid to take a risk because they may fear what they could lose if they did. Like a full risk, like fully letting go and going for it. But the Chariot makes me feel like they're going to push through it anyway. The Chariot is about pushing through your fears in order to acquire what you want or gain a victory in a situation. And the Eight of Pentacles is clarifying it. So they feel like you meet a standard. It seems like they want to put in an effort. They definitely don't want any drama with that Five of Wands reverse. They don't want any drama. And their intent is to continue to invest. Now, the one thing about the Seven of Pentacles that you got to be careful about is sometimes, well, not even sometimes, but in traditional Rider-Waite tarot, if you take a look, it's a guy, he's got like a little shovel or whatever it is, like a little gardening tool, and he's resting on it, and he's a little impatient because he feels like something should have produced more fruit by this point. But the thing is that he's wondering if he should continue to invest in this old bush, right, full of pentacles, or if he should invest more in this new one, which is going to bear more fruit. So that can kind of be an issue as well. But it seems like he's a little impatient because he wanted something to either be further along or something more than what he has right now in regards to the connection between the two of you. But it doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. Just feels like he's suffering with some kind of self-doubt. So it says your hard work is paying off and water. Okay. So maybe the hard work that you've been doing on yourself in regards to your emotions, being vulnerable, emotional stability, things like that. It can be saying that eventually this will pay off. Okay. Maybe that is absolutely the case. So I would be patient with yourself. Make sure that you're taking your time with this. Like, don't try to rush something. Don't try to force something. Don't do that. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is a gentle nudge and then it goes away. Your mind is constant, like beating you over the head. So that's how you can kind of tell the difference. And it's hard to do, but you can do it. Okay. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, number 4, and best of luck to you, obviously. That dream would have scared the shit out of me, though. All right, let's see. We have number 5. Okay. Show me this person's feelings for number 5. Okay. Whoa. What's that tower? Wow. So you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Cups reversed, and the Tower. The Death reverse is clarifying the Tower. So let's start with the easy one first, okay? The Queen of Pentacles, this is somebody who feels like you are relationship material, maybe wife material, somebody who feels like you're very committal, but also at the same time, you focus on you, you know? I think that Page of Cups with the Tower there, there could have been some kind of emotional upset, or they feel like there was something that surprised them or something that forced some kind of change. They may have been holding on to an old identity or an old way of approaching love. And there was something maybe about your presence or this connection that changed the way that they view love or changed their feelings, but it feels very disruptive. Because like when you take a look at the Tower and the death reverse is like where you are holding on to the edge of a cliff and you're gonna fall. Like no matter what, you're eventually gonna fall, right? But it's like you keep holding on instead of like letting go, which is scary as shit, right? But then it's like the Tower is like somebody coming along and standing on the edge of the cliff and like crushing your knuckles until you drop. Like you got no choice, baby. So there's something about this where something shocked them, something forced them to let go, or something is forcing them to change because of this dynamic, but it feels unstable, although they feel like you are a stable presence. Intentions. I feel like they're undecided because we have the Sun, the 8 of Cups, and we have the 2 of Wands, right? So the Sun is like, you make this person very happy. I even think that they want to make you happy. I think that they want to express themselves in this connection. I think they want to be cute and lovey-dovey and whatever, but they're not sure if they should stick around. And I feel like the reason why is because A, they're not sure if this is actually what they want. And B, there's something about this connection that forces them out of a comfort zone that they don't really know if they're ready for. But it doesn't feel like bad intent. This person could feel like a victim or victimize themselves in the situation. What action should number 5 take towards this person for their highest good? 7 of Cups and the 4 of Wands reversed. This is asking you to see through any illusions, okay? The 7 of Cups is when we want to idealize somebody. It's when we want to see the best and we're wearing the rose-colored glasses and blah, 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 blah. But that can be coming from a place of insecurity or just wanting to see what you want to see. So it's asking you to remove that. Like if this person, I love this quote that it goes, if they couldn't speak, would you believe that they loved you? You know what I mean? Like things like that, ways to kind of see through it. What they do versus what they tell you. Okay. Yeah, it's asking you to look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius, and then Leo. And it's telling you to look at the bigger picture, see the reality of a situation, and then be confident in the way that you're seeing it. So sometimes that means that we're going to have to do what I just told you to do. You know what I mean? We're going to have to look at something from a different perspective to see the reality of it, to see it from a bird's eye view, so to speak. Thank you so much, number 5. Best of luck to you, obviously. All right, we have number 6. Okay. So let's see the energy, number 6, surrounding your marriage right now. Let's look at that first. Uh, the 9 of Cups with the King of Cups reversed. The King of Cups reversed is a masculine figure, and he's not always the most mature. He also tends to kind of just tell you what you want to hear in order to 9 of Cups, in order to get what it is that he wants. Now, I do think that there are some wishes being fulfilled, so to speak, but are they real? Because the King of Cups is prone to twisting things or using your own information against you to be able to achieve his desires, I guess you could say. And what could that look like? Let's say that, let's say that this is a brand new person, right? Even though we know it's not. Let's say it's a brand new person and this person sees you online and they figure out all of the things that you like online, and then they're telling you that they love all of those things, right? And it's just to be able to get a foot in the door or just to be able to mirror you, to feel like that can get them closer to you in some way. So I feel like there may be a little bit of that going on. Tell me more about that King of Cups reversed. The Four of Swords. I feel like this King of Cups reversed is trying to heal. I feel like this King of Cups reversed is trying to heal themselves. I do think that they're maybe attempting to do the work, but sometimes they may isolate. Sometimes they may detach instead of dealing with said emotions. Because it's like they're trying to think objectively about situations. Um, well, moving forward with the be a good move, what would happen here? Whoa. Queen of Swords reversed, the Three of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands reversed. I don't know if there's another woman here or what, but you and this woman may end up getting on the same page if you go through with that. Will it bring her peace, though? The Six of Pentacles. Yes, I think that eventually. I think that it will be very stressful, like, I'm not gonna lie to you with that Queen of Swords reverse, obviously. You may start to doubt things, you may not be thinking clearly, you may be trying to get on the same page with said person. There may be jealousies or anger that comes up, which is very natural. In time, yes, I think that you will get what is yours with that Six of Pentacles. Maybe some kind of financial compensation, or you will find your peace though. This is Moon in Taurus. The moon is exalted. The moon is about our emotions and how we're feeling. And in Taurus is stable. It's stable. The moon does the best in Taurus, and that's what the Six of Pentacles is. So yes, I feel like eventually you would. Do I think it's going to be easy? No, I think it's going to be a journey. I do. But eventually, yes, you will find peace and you will get what is owed, I guess, whatever that means for you. As far as we'll call this person G. Um, why is there this resistance with this G person for question 2? Ace of Cups, Eight of Swords. I think this person doesn't know how to be vulnerable, or it's that mm, they don't understand how to express emotions properly. I think what they really need is love. What does this person need to overcome this Page of Wands? I feel like they need purpose. I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know why I'm getting purpose on that Page of Wands. I think this person has a lot of energy inside and they need somewhere to put it. It feels like, because the Page of Wands is looking to become confident. The Page of Wands is looking to be creative and looking for that life, or that getting that zest out of life, right? And is looking for that. And so I feel like this person needs that, because I asked, what does this person need in order to overcome this resistance? Play, fun, creativity, doing things that build courage and confidence. Because I feel like this person has a lot of love or a lot of creativity or a lot of energy within them, but they don't really know what to do with it. And so sometimes they just need direction on where to put it. The best way to support this person's healing journey: the Devil reversed and the Judgment reversed. Don't sidestep things, like don't ignore things. Like don't put things on the back burner. Like if you see something wrong, like call it out. It doesn't mean you have to be like an a-hole or anything like that, right? But call it out, be honest. I don't think that we need to like bring things up about the past and like, like of course, like in order to heal, you're going to need to do that. But obviously not, and I don't think you do this, but obviously not like using it against them or using it as a weapon. Like don't weaponize their past against them if that's an issue, okay? I feel like you can see things about this person that they can't see in themselves. And I feel like that's going to be your superpower. Yeah, bring love into the situation and Chiron. Well, Chiron in astrology, it is the wounded healer. It is the wound that never heals. And it's basically saying your love can heal whatever this is, or at least help it. Okay. Um, but it's like a very friendly love, almost like a friendship, because it says new moon in Aquarius on here. Aquarius is a lot about friendship. And so you may be needing to bring love into the situation in a different kind of way, in a way that is out of the box, in a way that kind of speaks their language. So, like, for instance, I know that if I want to get through to my kid, I got to play Roblox with her. You know what I'm saying? Or I got to play with slime. And then we end up having a conversation. That's how we bond, and bada bing, bada boom. I got her to tell me what I need her to tell me in order to help her and her healing journey and her growth. You know what I'm saying? So whatever that is for you. Thanks a lot, number 6. Best of luck to you, obviously. Absolutely best of luck. Sounds like you got a lot. It sounds like you got a lot going on and you got your plate full. Okay. All right, number 7. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see number 7. Okay. What would this person say to number 7 about themselves? Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. I would like to move forward. I feel like there's something fated about this specific connection. This connection has made me be more optimistic and think from a higher perspective. It's made me want to be more optimistic, be more positive in my life. I understand that maybe I had cycles that I repeated in my life that I'm willing to change, or I know that I need to change, or I need to let go of, and I know that I need to have a positive mindset when doing it. These are really positive cards. Absolutely gorgeous. What would this person say to number 7 about number 7? Damn, we got a lot of fire energy. This person is heavily attracted to you with that King of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like they see your worth. I think that they see what they could build with you, build for you, whatever the case. I feel like this person is very protective over you. I feel like they would, if their ego was gone or whatever, right? If it dissolved or, whatever, I feel like they would say, I'm protective of you. I see your worth. I want to offer you something substantial, not just some freaking run of the mill, whatever. So I'm not really seeing anything too negative here. It looks pretty clean all across the board, quite frankly. I even feel like this person believes they could go into business with you or something like that. Because the King of Wands is a very entrepreneurial spirit. This person is very like spunky or fiery in some way. Okay. How corny is this? But I heard we could have it all, or I feel like we could have it all, or I could have it all with you. Something like that. I don't really see anything negative. As a Virgo, imagine that. Okay. Thanks a lot, number 7. I appreciate you so much. We have number 8. Oh, good. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Show me this weekend for number 8. How do I want to ask this? What energy will he be in this weekend? You seem to be forgiving or asking for forgiveness or letting go of some kind of past issue that has kept you stuck, kept you sad. It seems like a weight is being taken off your shoulders a little bit. Like you just feel like you can be free a little bit. There's something from the past that you're looking at and you're realizing how to integrate it in a positive way into your life now that's going to make you feel more elevated and relieved. What else external from number 8? The 9 of Wands and the 6 of Wands reversed. If you're dealing with a person this weekend, you may feel like they have their boundaries up a little high, although maybe they're fighting for this, or it's just that they have their boundaries up. And it seems like they're not looking for any unwanted attention or any potential drama that they feel like could come from, I don't know, working with you or being with you or sleeping with you or whatever it is. Okay. Um, if this is not necessarily about a person, then it can be that you have a chance to win at something, but you'll have to fight for it. Okay. Now, of course, that's very dramatic, but you'll really have to try. And even then, you may feel like this recognition, like you may feel like this fight or this thing that you're doing goes a little unrecognized, but you still win. It just may not be as loud as you think it is. Thanks a lot, number 8. And thank you for the compliments as well. We have number 9. Okay, let me see. The strength with the Four of Cups, there's a lot more, there's still passion here somewhere, but there's a lot more holding back than anything. Um, it can be that there's a disappointment. I feel like this person is holding on, but they're also not holding out per se. This person may compare other people to you in one way or another, but they're not really doing anything. They're just kind of like, ah, well, woe is me. The Four of Cups reminds me of Eeyore. I don't want no cake. I don't want no candles. You know what I mean? God, I want to pull more cards, but because I want to know what the hell, I want to know what that Four of Cups is. Because it feels like they're trying to resist being, they're either trying to resist rejection or rejecting you. But there's still passion here. There's a holding on, yet a holding back out of fear. Thank you so much, number 9. Oh my God, why did I just do that? Idiot, idiot, idiot. Idiot. There we go. Cool. All right, guys. I love you. Lori, thank you so much for killing it. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you, Complexity. Thank you, all of you who came in. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. And hopefully I will talk to you soon. I will be available on Hipsy in an hour for the rest of the night for private one-on-one sessions. Whether you want to do text or a voice call, I will be available. Again, thank you to my beautiful mods, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.